How's it going, everybody? TC here once again, and all you script lovers will get a kick out of this one. This is from Taxi. Uh, it's a pretty cool one. I got this a while back. I got it for a cheap price, so I was kind of worried on the signatures, but it took me a while to figure it out. But I did figure that these are actually signed on the cover. It's not a print, not a copy. It was difficult, but I'll explain it kinda. Uh, with the magnifying glass, you have to use it on full power. The 3 loops I've got. And if you look at it really close, you can tell the difference between the printed stuff here and the where the writing is, because when they use these felt markers, the actual marker along the edges of all the writing here, there's like the little fuzz of the paper has been disturbed, and you can see the ink on the little pieces of fuzz or whatever it's called, the fibers, and that's how I could tell. It took me a while, but I finally figured it out. So that's cool. So I got this for a steal, basically. Whoever had it must have thought it was a print or didn't care one way or the other. Anyhow, let me get the brads out and we'll check it out. Okay, got the brads out, and as you can see, there's a little rust around where the brads were, which means this is fairly old. Now, this episode was aired in '79. It's number 35, I believe, of season 2. Or, excuse me, not 35. 13 of season 2. 35 overall. December of '79 is when this aired. Louie meets the folks. Oh, and the back is also a little bit of rust there where the brads were, or where the one brad was. Now this is a plain white. It isn't a multicolored copy. Okay. All right. Here we have the set and the sets in the cast list. Oh, I didn't. I forgot to tell you who the people are that's on here. It's all of them except for Jeff Conway, Andy Kaufman, Mary Lou Henner, Judd Hirsch, Tony Danza, Christopher Lloyd, and Danny DeVito. All right. Sets. Page. Now, there is no writing in this. I didn't look at every page, but I don't think there's any writing. I didn't see any. So, go ahead and zip right through this. If you want to read it, you can always pause it, because there's really nothing interesting other than if you want to read it, because like I said, there is no writing in this as far as I know. Not one of my favorite type of scripts, the all white pages, but it was signed, so that's why I got it. Basically, that's the reason I got it. Let's see, did it say, or did I miss it here, what version this was? Okay, this is apparently the, doesn't say, but this is apparently the shooting script, final version. One of them, anyway. I don't believe it was owned by any of the actors or anybody in the crew. This was probably one of the ones that was the extras that they had made for the files, and somebody got it, and probably somebody from the show or worked on the show got it and had them all sign it. Which is fortunate, because I don't remember when Andy Kaufman died, but it was not long after this show. It might even have been before the show was over. I can't recall. It was in the early 80s, I know that. And this is from '79, so. Okay, into Act 1. This wasn't a show I regularly watched, but I do remember seeing a number of the episodes back in the day. And, of course, there was a lot of reruns in the 80s on, what was it, Nick at Night, I believe, something like that. They did a lot of the older shows and some of the old 50s and 60s shows back in the 80s, early 90s. Don't know what they're doing now. I know I recently did a script a few days ago that was one that was Nick at Night, or Nickelodeon, whatever, produced one of the 3 shows they actually made themselves with Fran Drescher, the nanny. It was called Happily Divorced. Didn't last long, and I've never seen any of those episodes. Now, that one was a notated script. Then I still haven't figured out whether it was the editor, the director, or the writer. I think it was the writer who did all the notes in there. course, one of the writers was Fran Drescher, but some of the notes that are in there, the way it's phrased, it's not phrased as if she had written it herself, because some of them says, like, for example, like, Fran needs to do this to get more action or more of a laugh or something like that. But I'm pretty sure if she had wrote them notes, she would not have she wouldn't have wrote it like that anyway. Into back too. You can tell this is a Xerox though. From back in the day, it's got some mess ups here and there. Page 36D. Wow, I didn't even pay attention to those. A, B, C, and D. No? Okay, they got 34C, 35D. Oh, that's weird. 37D. And freeze frame and end. And there's the back cover, of course, with the rust on it. So, there you have it. 1979, Louie Meets the Folks Taxi, episode 13 of season 2. Signed by everybody, except, I think the one guy, Jeff Conway, I think he was off the show by the second season. Because I didn't see his name in the credits on the opening theme for the second season, so he might have been off the show by then. Anyway, y'all take care, leave a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't, and ring that bell for the future video. Later.